Now, joining us now is the Vice Chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. That will be Congressman Darrell Issa. Congressman, do you support Israel going after Hamas and disarming them and finishing this off?
Absolutely, I do, Stuart. And thanks for having me on. Thanks for asking that question, because the fact that Hamas leadership is saying it wasn't us says two things. One, they're not in control as much as they should be. And two, it's appropriate for Israel to go after, as the president indicated, what might be rebels within the cause. But that also means that getting to this peace as a lasting peace is going to be more complicated. When you have a single leadership process and you make peace, people obey. And when they don't, it becomes more complicated. So for Israel, they're going to have to continue to respond if they get it. For Hamas, they're going to have to prove that they can discipline their own former fighters, or this will not be a lasting peace. And the president's made it clear he wants a lasting peace, but he's going to be tough.
Switching gears to Russia and Ukraine, President Trump reportedly pushed Zelensky to give up territory to Russia. He also rejected Ukraine's request for Tomahawk missiles. Congressman, are we tilting towards Russia to try and get Putin to the negotiating table?
Well, I think President Trump has made it clear he's tilting toward peace, toward a reality that areas occupied disproportionately by Russian nationalists for a very long time, like Crimea, are not likely to come back. And Zelensky has always said he wants and expects all of it back, but the pre-2014 borders are unlikely to occur. So I think the president's pushing both sides. He certainly is pushing Putin hard with sanctions and at the same time pushing Zelensky to get to the table realistically on something that could be a sustained, new and lasting border.
So there is movement, but not very much. Would that be accurate?
You couldn't have said it better, that something that's gone on this long, something that unfortunately President Biden allowed to go on during his entire time, is tough to fix, but President Trump is working hard to. And I think as he wraps up the first phases of the Middle East, Gaza situation, and the focus turns to Ukraine and Putin, I think you're going to see the same vigor by the president, by President Trump, and by Vice President Vance, who is he understands war, he understands what it takes, but he also understands that wars have to come to an end.
Got it. Last one, Congressman. Colombia's president accused the U.S. of murder because we're blowing up those suspected drug boats. I think that was a mistake on his part. And by the way, a seventh drug boat was blown up overnight. Congressman, are you okay with this aggressive line of attack on the drug cartels?
I'm not only okay, but I'm all in on it. The fact is that they're bringing murderous drugs here. They're killing Americans every day. So do we have to be careful to make sure that we really hit the drug boats? Yes, and I have confidence that we are. But as long as we're hitting people the right way so that the others look and say, you know what, it's one thing to lose a shipment of drugs. It's another thing to lose your life in your boat. That's the right answer right now. It's the first time in modern history that we've done the right thing. I think we go back to Reagan with this kind of a response. But it's long overdue, and I'm glad it's happening.
Congressman Darrell Issa, a pleasure. Thanks for joining us, sir. We'll see you again real soon.
Thank you, Stuart.
Yes, sir.